Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Mark's Tarot. And this is going to be a pick a card, one, two, or three for this week coming the 16th to the 22nd. All right. Pick a card, one, two, or three for this next coming week. All right. Give a little shuffle action. Now, I'm also going to use my deck, part two, for the overall message at the end, and the collective, which is my deck, Mark's deck, part two. You can buy my decks on makeplayingcards.com, or you can get them from me. It's up to you. Don't mind the birds outside. It's a beautiful day out here, so you'll probably hear birds and all sorts of things. All right. So pile number one, what I got here for this week is if you make plans to do things this week, it might not go according to plan. We got the retrograde going on and the eclipse. So plans you make might fail, might not happen. Things that you try to do might not actually happen. Okay, so try not to make plans that might fail. And if you do try anything to do with work or anything like that, it'll only be a short period of time where you have to do something. A lot of communication for you, pile number one. You handling things in ways to make you feel better. You could be starting a new project, a new job, or you could be like starting this week saying, you know what, I have to do this. I have to eat better. I have to communicate better. I have to talk to someone. I have to deal with this. You might be expecting an email or a text or a phone call from someone, and it's going to bring you good news this week. All right, card number one. But just look at your opportunities, looking at any type of parties or anything you have planned or events. You know, it might get canceled due to weather or due to, people not coming through. But some of you might deal with a plan that actually fails, but actually gets redone, and then it actually being better than if you would have waited, and then now you waited, and now it's going to be better because you waited. All right, some things happen for a reason, okay? And your final card here is spend time with family and friends that are important to you. So spend time with family and friends that are important to you. Card number one, this week is a time where you could be spending time with your family and friends. All right, so that looks good for you, card number one for this week. All right, card number two. We have here disappointment, sorrow, you feeling like things are not going your way. This might be a week of disaster, a week of failed things, a week of plans being canceled, you breaking up with someone, you being very disappointed with effort that people have made towards you. You might try to accomplish something this week, but it doesn't go right. Everything that could happen will happen this week for you, card number two. Diversity, desperation, things, just being disappointed about how this week starts and how this week finishes for you could be very disappointing. For some of you that are women that are watching this and pick number two, you might get heartbroken by someone leaving you, breaking up with you, or an ex trying to come back to aggravate you. Some of you might be dealing with a possible death of someone or an anniversary of a death of someone and thinking back on a time where it makes you feel sorry or makes you feel disappointed or brokenhearted. What I get here a lot is like a relationship that's gone sour or breaks up, or a marriage that finally breaks apart, or a friendship that you finally have to let go. So it's all of those things I see. But otherwise, that it could be you leaving a job and getting fired, or you just quitting and saying, you know what, I've had enough. Some of you might get sick this week. Um, as you know, you might not be sick forever. So hopefully it's not nothing bad. I don't hope that doesn't happen to anybody who watches that. But the last card here pretty much sums it up. Rejection is God's protection. So it looks like a rejection. It looks like a relationship going sour, a relationship that fails, you getting rejected by someone. But just remember, rejection is God's protection. All right, card number 2. Hopefully none of you go through that. If you do, just remember that God's protecting you from the worst possible scenario that can happen. Okay? All right, card number 3 for this week is you're frustrated by the interference from other people. You're frustrated from this energy of the eclipse and the retrograde, and nothing's going right for you. This is kind of like card number 2, but a little bit different. Whereas this is you getting bad news about somebody being sick, or somebody that causes turmoil in your life. Or this could be like people interfering with your life that you thought that they wouldn't interfere with you, but they're actually interfering with your life, and you're not appreciating that. So you get frustrated. And because of this interference by others and by people around you, you're ready to separate from them and meet the task at hand, which is eliminating yourself from them. As I always say, block, delete, and tell them go F themselves. So, we have the power to do that just by pressing buttons on our phone. That's the way the world is right now. I'll block you if I don't like you. So do it. Don't just say you're going to do it. Just do it. Try to eliminate all this bad energy out of your life. You might get criticized by someone because they might criticize your life, your motherhood, your fatherhood, your relationship, the way you live your life. You might be criticized by people around you. Somebody's words might affect you this week, card number 3. Don't allow that to happen. Listen, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words should never hurt you. You know that saying? I live and die by that, because I really don't give a shit about what people say, and you shouldn't either, card number 3. All right? Try to stay away from conflict. Try and stay away from, people who are trying to interfere in your life, or are watching your life and trying to get in your business. Okay? So stay away from those type of people. Stay away from those type of things. The best thing to do is the final card here, card number 3, is tell them how you feel. Tell them go F themselves. Tell them go away. Tell them get out of your life. Tell them that it's going to be, if it's the opposite way, where they're going through, a friend could be going through a bad time. A friend of yours might be going through some turmoil and getting interfered by other people, and you're the only one that can help them. So tell them how you feel. Tell them, hey, look, you can depend on me. F them. I'm your friend. I can take care of you. I can deal with you. It could be vice versa here, card number 3. So tell them how you feel. The energy in these 3 piles, the first pile was actually okay. But the second and third there has issues for certain people. So I'm not surprised by that energy, because, the eclipse brings bad and good energy to certain people. It depends on what your sign is and what house it affects in. And everybody's perception of what this eclipse does is different. I've seen a few videos online where people say one thing and it's another. Then you have Vedic astrology, the other astrology. At the end of the day, just live your life according to you not even knowing that the eclipse and the retrograde is going on. If you block out that, that means you have nothing to blame it on. You know what I mean? And I know people want to blame the retrograde. They want to blame an eclipse because their life is not going right. But you control majority of what happens in your life. Notice what I said there. You control majority of it. You can't control everything. All right. So what's meant to be is meant to be. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. But you can control in between those lines what you allow and what you don't allow, and what energy you give and what energy you don't give. All right. So let's get a collective message here. Actually, you know what? The collective message, I'm going to use my spiritual as fuck cards. This is a cool deck if you want good laughs. Thanks, Elizabeth, for getting it for me. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see what the collective message is. Let's get some fun and something good going on here. Because I feel like these picker cards weren't exactly great news, but that's not my job to give you good or bad news. It's my job to relate the message. All right, collective, let's see what we got here for this week one. Okay, that's not that bad. Okay, so the collective message is go outside and do shit. Go outside and do shit. It's been proven all over the place that trees and nature and fresh air and all that shit help fight depression, anxiety, addiction, and pretty much anything else that might ail you. Find some place to put your feet in the grass or on the dirt or the water or anywhere that's not concrete. A 5-minute nature break can reduce the amount of shitty thoughts in your brain drastically as fuck. That is a great message for everyone. And that's something that I do very often. The other night, when I was kind of pissed off, I said, you know what, I'm going to go take my dog for a walk and go breathe some fresh air and, take a time out and realize that, not every day is going to be a good day. People are going to piss you off. People are going to say certain things, or certain things are not going to go your way. You just have to go outside and do shit. And that's exactly what this message is telling you, collective. We all need to go out and do stuff. Get out there and smell the fresh air. It's almost summertime. It's getting there. It's getting hotter and hotter. And, it's a beautiful day. Go out there and put your feet on the grass. Go for a swim. Go into nature. Nature always has something for us to see or do or make us feel better. All right. So that is the collective message for everyone this week. I wanted to come on here briefly and give you some of my time when I can. I'm very busy. I'm still got a lot of work to do, which is great. I'm very blessed to have that work. And I just want to let all my friends know on here that I'm always available for you. Just hit me up. I'm always around. I can always accommodate you at some point in time, okay? Even though I'm busy, I'm never too busy for you, all right? So that's the pick a card for this week. I hope you all have a great week. Try not to blame the retrograde and the eclipse for your problems. You only have yourself to blame if you allow it, okay? Mwah. I love you guys. Take care.